front. Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel and another driving video. This is my third video this week, aren't you lucky? So this one today, I'm driving to work in Silvia, my 1986 Mark II Cavalier. It's a 1.8 injection GLSI saloon, and if you want to go back and see more videos of Silv, there's loads of videos on the channel, so please do go back and have a little nosy at the other videos and you'll get to see much more of her. But today I'm just doing a little driving video, driving to work, so you get to see what it's like to ride along in a pretty much standard Mark II Cavalier GLSI. It's the only modifications on this car are the alloys, which are off for a Calibra SC1, which are a nice 5-spoke 15-inch design, and you'll see them in the thumbnail, and lowered stiff and sports suspension. That's the only modifications. Exhaust is standard, engine, air filter, everything else is standard, interior standard. So just wheels and suspension, that's all I've ever done to her. So so I'm just driving to work, beautiful sunny day. I would normally be in my Astra twin top, which is my main daily driver, but regular viewers to the channel will know I've got a problem with my roof again on my twin top. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, to be fair, but I knew there was always going to be a risk of problems with, you know, buying a twin top, because they can suffer with roof problems. Even when they were brand new, they used to have recalls for replacement looms and things, even when they were new. But I decided to buy one as a daily driver, just to stop putting so many miles on Silvia. I have got my other Mark II Cav, which was my daily driver before, which is Owen, my gold hatchback 1984 GL with a 2-litre SRI 130 engine in. But that needs a few bits for the MOT, but I've talked about that quite a bit in previous videos, so I don't need to keep repeating myself. So with that said, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit unless I think of anything interesting that I can tell you. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy my little drive to work. Talk to you in a bit. Good old traffic, you've got to love it, haven't you guys? That's the joys of doing videos, driving to work, where you you get the traffic, but it's not usually too bad, my journey to work, to be fair. As you'll see, I always get a little bit of traffic on this bit. It's quite a steep hill, this. If you get trucks in front, they're always dawdling along really slow as well, which often don't help. I have to say the clutch bites a lot nicer in this than it does in the Astra. And I can change to second gear a lot sooner in this as well. And that's one of the differences with the 8-valve engine. Plus, like I was saying in my last video, I'm pulling along a lot less weight in this than I am in the Astra, so they're quite different to drive. Like here, I've just gone to 4th and I'm barely doing 30 mile an hour. And as I say, it's quite a steep hill. If I did that in the twin top, it'd start to struggle a bit. I'd have to keep it in 3rd for a little bit longer to keep the revs up. Again, that's a combination of the 16 valve having the power higher up the rev range, and the fact that it weighs more, and probably different gear ratios and all the various other differences. But I do find I can change gear a lot less often in this. Nice sunny morning again. To get behind the big truck. People in the lane next to me not watching what's going on. It's always a nightmare joining motorway here, so everybody slows down for signs, even though there's actually no camera on this bit. I'm going to get my own back on this Mini because he was tailgating me, so they're a knobhead. If you're wondering what the wind noise is, I've got my sunroof open. It's nice having a sunroof. It's one thing I do miss in Owen, because Owen's not got a sunroof. Just realised I've got my heater on full whack. That's because it was a little bit chilly yesterday. I'm thinking to myself, why am I getting so warm? I'm like, oh yeah, I've got my heater on full whack. Turn that down. Anybody who might be wondering, yeah, I'm running the car on super unleaded E5. It's the only disadvantage with using these older cars. I mean, I could probably put E10 in, but I know there's a lot of people worried about using the higher ethanol content fuel because of damage it might do to parts on the engine and the fuel injection system. But I don't know if it is actually anything to worry about at all, because in Brazil they had versions of these that ran on 100% pure E100. But they did have some parts of the fuel injection, not fuel injection, the carburetor system, which were like nickel plated to allow for the ethanol. So I don't know what actual damage using E10 would potentially cause. I honestly don't know. This is my junction coming up. Surprised they didn't get flashback camera. They were going well over 60. Then we've just gone through the camera in that Seat. I always hate this little bit of motorway here because there's engineering factories near this bit of the motorway, and you're driving on this bit and you start to get this hot oil smell, and you're driving an old car that's 30 odd year old going on 40, and you start to get this hot oil smell, and you can start to get paranoid thinking, is that me? Is that my car that's making that smell? And it's like, no, it's the factories just off the edge of the motorway. You know, some people talk about the brakes on these not being that great, but like, I'm driving this on the motorway, currently doing 55, and I feel perfectly confident in the brakes. You know, if I need to brake hard, I can put my brakes on and she stops. You know, so I don't know why some people say the brakes are, you know, the standard ones are no good on these, because I think they're fine as long as they're well maintained. I think that's where the difference is, because the calipers on this, I've stripped them and cleaned them that many times over the years. The last time I did it, since then they've been fine. I give them a really, really good clean down, cleaned the pistons and cleaned up the sliders. In fact, I did actually put a different set of calipers on, which were off my convertible. My convertible's currently got no front brakes at all. It's not even got discs on at the moment. I don't think, or has it got discs on? I'm not actually sure saying that. We'll go in this lane. It's like now coming up to a junction, you know, just braking absolutely fine, and brakes feel fine. I'll have my window open a little bit. Dell Slim Jim. Caution, onboard CCTV installed. Like reading things on the back of trucks sometimes. Oh, why are we going so slow? Gotta love this junction, haven't you? Is he in wrong lane or something? Looks like he is. He's getting himself confused as to what lane he wants to go in. He's actually just cut across into the wrong lane. He could have stayed where he were. We could very easily have stayed where we were. Traffic's not bad on here today actually. Sometimes traffic on this roundabout's a nightmare. They're doing all these roadworks at the moment. This is why I swapped back to this lane, because there's like less traffic in it. Don't know why so many people queue in that lane. I just don't understand why they do. Because both lanes go to the same place. I suppose their lane is going faster now we've come around this corner because of these slow moving trucks in front. Let's do a little overtake manoeuvre in a second, when I can. Right now. talk about the get up and go of the old Mark 2 cabs. It's not bad, is it? Not bad at all, is it? The fact that I can just put my foot down like that and get out of traffic. This bit of road's very, very bouncy. I can't wait until they resurface it. Hopefully they're going to do as part of the roadworks that they're doing. So one thing I do like about Mark 2 cabs, that especially the injection ones, but I mean even the non-injection ones, they make a good retro daily driver because they're reliable and because they're nippy and, you know, quite quick. They can easily keep up with modern day traffic very easily, and they're comfortable and fun to drive. You know, they make a fantastic daily retro driver. Or retro daily driver, however you want to say it. They really do. Right guys, well I'm nearly at work, so as always, thanks a lot for watching. If you do want to see more, stay tuned. Please like, browse, subscribe, click the notification bell, all the usual jive. I've said it a million times as well, I have got more videos which are in the pipeline where I've been trying to edit them, ready to upload, whereas these, like this one and the previous two, I've just basically uploaded them. I've not bothered doing any kind of editing or anything because it just takes longer to do all editing. But the other ones I am trying to do, I do want to edit them properly. I think that's one of the guys in front, in the car in front. Yeah, it is one of the ones I work with. I'm his boss. I thought I recognised him. He overtook me a couple of minutes back. But anyway, yeah, so there are more videos on the way. Now that I'm using Silvia a little bit as my daily driver for now, until I get the twin top sorted, I'll do some more retro driving videos like this. I'm sure you're more interested, most of you, in these retro driving videos than me driving the twin top. Probably a little bit too modern for some of you guys. I said I don't want to be using it too much. I don't want to be using Silvia too much all the time because so I bought the twin top purposely to keep the miles off of Silvia. But anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching again, and thanks for all the support and the comments and everything that I've had over the last few months, and I shall catch you next time. Cheers guys, bye.